Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. Now, in the last episode, we started talking about creating your course and putting together an outline of what the course is actually going to look like. Now, one of the things I want you to think about is what you're creating right now. Is it going to be an ebook? Is it going to be a video course? Is it going to be audio? How much stuff are you actually going to cover? In other words, how many main points are you going to have? If you're writing an ebook that maybe is something to build your email list, something, let's call it a lead magnet, something you give away for free in exchange for somebody's email address. What we're going to do is probably create something that's going to be 3 points to whatever business it is you're doing, or maybe 5 points, 7 points. The highest I like to go is 9, because what happens at that point, you're getting into more than a lead magnet situation. You're actually getting into a lot of course creation. But the point I want to get to is this. No matter what the situation is here, as you're putting together your outline, the outline will serve for 2 things. Number one, it gives you a guideline for the course you're creating, but also what it does is create a table of contents for your ebook, for your hardback paper book, for your course, so people know exactly what you're teaching. So this is part of what we use to build your course, because when they open up your ebook, they're going to be looking for a table of contents. When a copywriter does your copy to sell your product, they're going to hit key points that are selling points of your training or your course, whatever it may be. So now we have the general part of your course, the part where you did a brain throw up on your computer and you have basically what I'm going to sell. It just needs sharpened and polished to the point where it's a sellable course. We also now have an outline for you to follow as far as what you're going to cover and the order you're going to cover it. And we have the table of contents for your book as we move forward. So this is something to help you create your course, and that's everything I have for this episode of the Money Wheel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.